Okay, here's the story. AI BDR platforms, Artisan Ava, 11x.ai, AiSDR, are pitching themselves as full outbound sales systems. Prospecting, outreach, meeting booking, zero human involvement for $1,000 to $3,000 a month. But 11x, the most heavily funded player in the category, just became the cautionary tale, caught inflating its numbers, now admitting the fully autonomous pitch broke trust. Today, the build versus buy tension, why full autonomy keeps failing, and the architecture that's actually working. Let's get into it.
Imagine hiring this really high-end premium PR firm.
Right.
And you're paying them absolute top dollar. But there's this massive catch.
They absolutely refuse to tell you what they're actually doing.
Exactly. They refuse to tell you who they are calling on your behalf.
Yep.
And they won't even show you the scripts they use.
Yeah, so you're just blindly hoping they aren't out there completely trashing your reputation.
It's a terrifying concept. I mean, welcome to today's morning deep dive. Looking through the stack of tech blogs and creator case studies and GitHub repositories we have today, we're focusing on the sudden surge of autonomous AI BDR tools.
Right. And for anyone lucky enough to dodge the sales jargon, a BDR, a business development representative, is basically your digital door knocker.
Yeah, the person whose entire job is finding leads and sending that very first cold outreach.
Exactly. And right now, as we're sitting here on August 18th, 2026, the landscape of who or what does that door knocking has completely shifted.
Our mission today is to help you. You, if you're building this largely on your own, navigate this critical build versus buy decision. And we want to do it completely hype-free because to understand what you might want to build, we first have to look at what you're being sold right now.
Yeah, we're seeing tools like Artisan with their AI agent Ava and 11x.ai just completely saturating the market.
Right.
They pitch themselves as this complete outbound sales team in a box, finding leads, writing the messages, handling replies.
Even booking the actual meetings.
Booking the meetings, yeah. But this convenience comes at a serious premium. It's usually anywhere from like $1,000 to $3,000 a month.
Which is just a massive expense for a small operation. And honestly, it brings me right back to that PR agency analogy. Are these $1,000 tools actually autonomous geniuses? Or are they just really expensive wrappers around a black box?
Well, the black box model is exactly where the hidden vulnerabilities lie. Because you don't control the underlying architecture, You're entirely at the mercy of their integrations. Take Artisan, for example.
Oh, right. The LinkedIn situation.
Exactly. They actually lost their access to LinkedIn's channels. So if you are paying thousands a month and your main method of reaching people just suddenly goes dark,
you're completely stranded.
You're stranded. It's a fatal flaw.
But it makes me wonder. I mean, if buying off the shelf is that fragile, how realistic is it for a small business owner to just build their own alternative from scratch?
It is surprisingly realistic. You really don't need a massive enterprise budget to compete anymore.
Really?
Yeah. For a simple $20 a month Claude Pro subscription, using Claude Cowork or Claude Code right on your desktop, you can literally become the architect of your own system.
Okay, wait. I have to challenge you there.
Oh.
Because setting up custom API connections and workflows, doesn't that feel a bit like, trying to wire a custom smart home when you barely know how to change a light bulb?
It sounds super intimidating, I know.
Oh.
But the mechanism is actually very straightforward now. Think of Claude as the brain and pre-built GitHub skills as its hands.
So I don't need to write the code myself?
No, not at all. Instead of you logging into a bunch of different platforms, you just give Claude permission to talk to them directly. For instance, Claude uses a tool called Apify to pull a list of people engaging with your LinkedIn profile.
So Apify handles the scraping, like basically just grabbing the public data to find the leads.
Correct. Which gives you up to 3,000 free leads a month. Then Claude reads that list and automatically hands it over to Apollo, which finds their actual contact info.
Right. which is what tech folks call email enrichment, just filling in the blanks.
Exactly. Then Claude pushes that complete list to Lemlist, and Lemlist sends the email slowly, cycling through different addresses so you don't get flagged as spam.
It protects your deliverability, but accessible how exactly? Because GitHub Skills still doesn't sound very accessible to, say, a graphic designer trying to automate their client leads.
Well, you're mostly just authorizing these connections through simple Chrome extensions. It's very visual. Once linked, you just tell Claude your recipe and schedule it. It basically acts as a manager that wakes up every Monday at 9 a.m.
Right.
And passes the files between the tools.
Okay, so let's talk about the actual output of that 9 a.m. wake-up call. Because nobody wants to send robotic, generic AI spam.
Oh, absolutely not. To avoid that, Claude can deploy multiple sub-agents. It's basically giving different tasks to different parts of its brain.
Okay.
One maps out the buying committee, which is just the specific group of people at a company who actually sign off on a purchase.
Right, the decision makers.
Yeah, and meanwhile, another agent reads the last 10 LinkedIn posts of your target. It synthesizes that to craft a highly specific, politely awkward compliment.
A slightly awkward compliment?
Yeah, it's designed to stand out and prove that real homework was done.
I do love a slightly awkward compliment, but honestly, hyper-personalization makes me really nervous. Well, AI hallucinations, where the system just makes things up entirely, are a real threat. If the AI misreads the tone of a serious post, it could easily backfire and make you sound incredibly goofy or, worse, insensitive.
And that is the exact reason building it yourself is the safer route. You have full visibility. Instead of the system automatically firing off that email, you instruct Claude to draft these messages into a simple spreadsheet first.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you spend 5 minutes reviewing and approving them before a single message leaves your outbox.
That human checkpoint makes a world of difference. So the core takeaway for you today, you really don't need a $3,000 a month black box when you can build a transparent, lean AI sales team yourself for the cost of a few basic subscriptions.
Exactly. By owning your workflow, you eliminate the mystery. You keep total control over your reputation.
I want to leave you with a provocative thought to chew on, though. As these tools become easier to build, soon every single solo creator and small business is going to have an AI BDR sending perfect, hyper-personalized outreach.
It's
Right. So when everyone has an invisible, brilliant PR agency working for them, would the only way to actually stand out and close a deal revert to picking up the phone or, offering an old-fashioned in-person handshake?
That's the split. Full autonomy keeps overpromising, and the teams actually winning are pairing narrow AI skills with a human still making the judgment calls. If you got something out of this, drop a like. Which part of your outbound stack you'd build yourself first, and subscribe. New episode tomorrow. See you then.